In this video, we're going to use do an example where we use the factor theorem. So in the previous example, or in the previous video, we learned what the factor theorem was, and now we're going to actually apply it to a question. So the question is this term x minus 1 a factor of this polynomial? So one way to do this would be to actually try dividing this polynomial by x minus 1 using long division. And then if you didn't get a remainder, then yes, indeed, it would be a polynomial. But we're going to use the factor theorem. So the factor theorem requires that we have a function p at x, which is a polynomial, so that will be this function here. So p at x is going to be this function here, 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x minus 6. Now, for the factor theorem, I'm going to sub in the constant here, the number that I'm subtracting, which is 1 in this case. So a is equal to 1, meaning I'm subtracting 1 in this term. And then I'm going to evaluate the function at 1. If I get 0, then yes, indeed, this is a factor. So we just sub in 1 for each term in the given polynomial. And I get 3 plus 5 minus 2 minus 6, which is equal to 0. Therefore, p at 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, by the factor theorem, x minus 1 is a factor of p at x, or I can just write the whole thing, of 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x minus 6. Okay, so that's good that I was able to do this question using the factor theorem. Just so we see it, you would never do this after you've used the factor theorem, just to sort of see what's going on. Let's just make sure that when we divide x minus 1, or when we divide 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x minus 6 by x minus 1, we get a remainder of 0. So what multiplies x to give you 3x cubed? 3x squared. So if I multiply 3x squared by x minus 1, I get this. Subtract, I get 8x squared. Bring down the minus 2x. What do I need to multiply this by to get this? Be plus 8x. So 8x squared minus 8x. Subtract, I get 6x. Bring down the negative 6. Minus 6. What do I multiply this by to get this term? Plus 6. 6x minus 6 is equal to 0. So the remainder is 0, which is good. Therefore, 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x minus 6 is equal to, just move it over a bit, is equal to this term, x minus 1 times the quotient, 3x squared plus 8x plus 6. So this is what it means for this to be a factor of this. It means you could write this as a product of something else and get this. So that's what a factor means. Alright, so that's a sort of a good example to start us off in this process of factoring polynomials. Actually, I'm going to do this next example in the next video, so I'll stop this one here.